Hello, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw WAXER from Star Wars. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Okay, another trooper. I may put a hold on troopers for a while because I'll do this one and I'll give my review and critique and it's the same thing to me. It's just another trooper. I get it. In this story, in the show, they do different stuff, but it's the same thing, just a different color stripe. And I hate to simplify it like that, you know, because I know everybody loves them and there's a reason you guys like drawing them and whatnot, but there's so many characters that we can be drawing that we're missing out on because we're drawing all these troopers. So I may put a hold on them. So if you put a request in, we'll figure something out. But for now, I think this may be the last one for a while. So we can do some other stuff, you know? Maybe what I'll end up doing is maybe I'll do like a trooper super story, like maybe I'll draw one trooper and then I'm going to show like 20 different ways to color it for different characters because like I said, a lot of the stuff doesn't really change. So maybe we'll do that just to keep everybody happy with the different troopers that are out there, to, like I said, to give you some variety or to give you your trooper that you like. Again, no offense. I'm sure everybody likes them for a reason. And the other thing is too, maybe I just don't know enough of the series. Maybe I don't get it enough. But like I had someone request, oh my gosh, who was the mother tall? So yeah, that awesome. That looks great. Let's do it, right? And then I have more troopers and this trooper and that trooper and WAXER trooper and like, come on, guys, let's do something different. So yeah, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna start mixing it up. So I have been going in the order of requests, but like I said, I think it's time to do different stuff. Okay, so, and that being said, I'm mixing this up by drawing a little bit of a different character here, or not a different character, a different pose with him holding his long gun like this. Just to try to make it a little different. And I think what's funny is I think the deciding factor, this is the one that broke the Bantha's back. Is that when doing this research for this guy, it gave me two guys, right? What's the name? Let's see if I can find it. 1 second. Boyle and WAXER. It gave me those two, right? Like I guess Sideshow had made some figures, and so they're putting them together. And even they were just like, here, it's the same figure. You just have a different color here, this, and then this has this on this side. And you know what I mean? It's like, okay, now that's even Sideshow is like, yeah, it's the same thing. You know, just add this helmet. This one's a different color. So I think that's what finally made me say, okay, we're doing the same thing over and over again. So we're gonna mix it up. We're going to change it to well, I've already said it. I don't know why I'm repeating myself over and over again. The other part is there's not a lot of good pictures. So, like always, I gotta make it up a little bit. And so there's the other thing is, you know, everybody requests something from their show or their favorite, and sometimes there's not a lot of good pictures. Like it's specifically from a certain show or something, and I don't know which one you guys are talking about. Like there's like several different iterations, and so I was like, well, is it from this? Is it from that? Like, what is it that, you know? And so I'm guessing a lot of times and I know I don't have it right. I know I'm guessing I'm the wrong one because I don't have the exact clone you're looking for, you know? So a lot of guessing, and like I said, time for change. Alright, so let me see if I can try to find a picture of the gun. That's the hardest part, is I'm going to be making this up. That one's not too bad. Okay, and let's see. So sorry if I get quiet there, but sometimes I have to concentrate and try to get it to look right. And the concentrating takes over my brain. That looks about right. We're making it up anyway. Space guns, right? Let's see. Belt. I think that's going to be good enough. Like, the sketch is good because the details are going to come in the actual drawing portion. There's no need to worry about it with the pencil lines. So, let me erase some of these sketch lines and then we'll get going. Again, no offense if this was your request. No offense if you like troopers, but we're going to mix it up. We're going to do, this will be the last one for a while, maybe. I need to look at the list and see where we are with requests and whatnot. Oh, here's the other thing. Okay, so let me say this. A lot of times, you know what? No, I'll save that for the Sharpie portion because I don't know if anybody's even listening to this part. So I say we welcome all the skippers and get going. Welcome, skippers! Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. And if you want to see more Star Wars stuff, check out that playlist right there. But just check out the playlist in general because I do so many that I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So I'm going to just jump right in with the Sharpie pen because I can control the line width much better for the tiny face details I want to get right here. So I'm going to draw the line going across for the eyes. And I'm going to try to draw it straight, but I'm just doing it by hand, so I'm not worried about if it gets a little shaky there. But we try to draw it straight. I'm going to bring it down for the visor to about right here, okay? I'm going to go ahead and mark just so I get it close to symmetry on each side. And I'm not going to color that in because I'm going to do that with color. Like that, and I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and bring it down to the mouth. Like this. And so now I'm going to draw the little mouth part of the face. I'm going to talk about, this might be the last trooper for a while. I was talking about this in the sketch. And we're just doing so many troopers that the only thing that's different is the color. That I think it's time to mix it up and put a hold on trooper requests. So I'm going to have to go back and look at the list and see who requested what and how far we are. But this might be the last one for a while. We'll see. If you want to know why, go back to the sketch portion where I talk about it. But in so many words, we need to draw other stuff. This is just the same trooper with different colors over and over again. So we're going to mix it up a little bit. Alright, so I can't put all the mouthpieces in because it kind of bled, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm going to make that work. Let me draw his little chin piece here. just to separate it and to know where I am. And I'm going to start to thicken my lines up as I go too, because this Sharpie is going to be a lot thicker, and I'm going to try to match what it's going to end up looking like. So I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw. Let's draw the little line going across his head, just a tiny little one above that. There we go. Try to keep it above, like that. And that's his little visor line, so I'm going to try to do another side, on top like that. Try to make it hollow. I'm going to color that in. And yeah, it's not straight, but that's okay. Alright, so there's the top of his head, so I can bring it down like this. And I want to do it like this first, so I can get some placement of lines before I draw the whole thing, because I want to make sure that, and it's a little sideways too, now that I see it, but I want to make sure I've got it spaced out for enough things that are going to happen on there, right? So like his little face part, like this, is going to come up here. It's going to disappear to nothing right there, so I'm just going to stop it like that. Shading is really what's going to come into place. So there's another little space in there like that, but again, it's mostly shading, so I'm not going to worry about that. But it is giving me placement, is what it's giving me. So his head's kind of turned sideways. Didn't mean for that to happen, but that's how it is now. And I'm going to bring it down to this part that's going to come out, okay? And again, I'm thickening up my edges. You don't have to. I'm just explaining to you why I draw how I draw, but that's why. Okay, so this is going to come up to here, and the reason I wanted to do it like this, I'll do this side too, is because I wanted to know how far out his little jaw is going to be. Okay, so it's going to kind of come out like that just a little bit. So I'm going to come up here, go out and come in. Subtle, okay? Like that, because this is going to go into there, but again, it's mostly shading. Like we can do like this to show that it's going in, but the rest of that I kind of want to do is shading. So let's do the same thing on the other side. And I'm a puller more than I am a pusher, so I'm going to go out here, pull it to this line. Okay, and me personally, I'm thickening mine up, but remember, you draw how you draw. This is how I draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between, okay? I'm going to go ahead and bring this line all the way to the edge now that I know where it is. Something like that. Same thing, I'll go in just a little bit, kind of like if it was going down like that. Again, we're going to do more with color. I'm just explaining to you why we're leaving it like that, okay? All right, so his mohawk, I do have his head turned just a little bit, so his mohawk point you're going to see a little bit of. All right, and so let's draw the mohawk so we know where we are. I mean, I don't know what that's called. I'm calling it a mohawk. Right, it's going to come up here, go back. Where's the little pointy hawk, right? Oops. Let's see, so I'm going to connect it like this. Go back just a little bit. Okay. Here we go. So now I'm going to do this side over here like this. Like that. Okay? Awesome. I think that's pretty much good for the helmet. Like I said, color will take care of the rest. For all the crazy, like the scratches, all that stuff, you know, the little whatever colored lines are in there. I'm not worried about that. All right, so let's get going with the neck. And that's going to be just, what do you call it? Material. Gosh, I'm losing my brain right now. Going to come down like this. And what reason I'm calling it material is because this is armor. Okay? Like that. And then, let's see. So I've got him holding his gun in front of him. So I'm going to draw a little bit of his armor like this. Then his shoulder's going to come around here. But I need to stop because I got to draw his gun. I'm just kind of showing you where we're going to go with this. Okay? let's see, do this armor out like this. There's his chest piece into his chest, basically. But again, his hand is holding his gun, so bear with me here because we're gonna get a little crazy here. So this hand is you're gonna see in the back of it, there's his knuckles, like this. You can barely see fingers, like that, and then his pinky is basically what you're seeing the most of. Okay? And then, see, here's the back of his armored glove, like that. And then I'm going to attach it, or give him his wrist, right? But then we're going to add the armor here. Okay, so see how it is? It's kind of over his body because I got to draw his gun, and I needed this first. I needed this in front of everything. So his elbow piece, we're going to draw it like this. Okay, and his arm is going to go up here, but again, it's going to go, I got to draw his gun first because that's in front of his body, and then we can draw everything connected, right? So his gun is going to be, again, bear with me, bear with me with where we're going to put this stuff because I got to draw parts, and then we can draw what's behind it, kind of thing. So I'm gonna have his gun here, so I'm gonna bring it down like this into his hand, so that means the other part's gonna be here, and I'm gonna start to draw like I wanted to say robot parts, but not robot parts, armor parts, not even armor parts, weapon parts, right? Because it's that space weapon, and I want to make sure that I'm drawing it kind of straight, but I'm not obsessing enough to get the ruler, you know? Right? I think that'll be good enough, and we're going to add stuff. So I'm going to bring this in. We're going to say the trigger's right here. Here's the handle. Right? So you see it? You see what I'm doing? And then now I can draw all this stuff, but I'm going to keep going with the gun because I want to show you how the other hand is holding it down, right? So the other hand, you see the fingers coming across it like this, kind of over it, okay? And you can see the pinky like that. And then the thumb, you can't really see because of the way it's holding, but it's like this, is how he's holding the gun, okay? So you see a little bit of the thumb sticking up right there. So now I'm gonna draw the rest of the handle, and I'm just gonna, again, kind of make up the look of it, kind of, but I want to get it to look right. There we go, something like that. So like I said, I'm kind of making it up because I'm not too concerned how perfect it is, but I did want that. So that's in front. Let me add some detail, and then we'll connect everything in the back. All right, so we're gonna say the trigger's right here. Here's the handle. So we're kind of looking at the bottom side like that. All right, so there's extra stuff poking out, but it's all on the upper side. Does that make sense? Because of the way we have it. So we're looking at the bottom end like this. Does that make sense? And again, I'm kind of making this up. I do have like pictures, but not really good pictures that I can go by. And plus, I don't have it in this position. So I'm just kind of making up space parts, right? To kind of give it that look. And then here, I'm just gonna draw the lines, like the barrel lines. I'm gonna try to make them straight, but I'm not too concerned with it. We'll do a thicker line at the bottom. Okay, so to emphasize that, let me go over this one more time. Again, just to say, well, that's the bottom of the gun. Again, we're kind of saying he's got it so the bottom is facing you, right? Awesome. So see, just a few lines like that, and we did it. We made it a space gun, you know? All right. All right. Okay. So, like I said, now I can connect some armor, and we can make some details. I guess is the best way to say it. Some definition. There we go. All right. So the armor's coming through like this. You can see this part of the arm coming up, but again, that's all we can see. So we're going to draw the shoulder piece. Like that. That's all we can see because it's going back behind that. Let's see, his waist is going to be like here. I've got him shifted a little bit. I need to move the whole thing over. So let's see how we can do this. So his chest is coming down like this. Let's draw the shoulder piece here. I was going to say before I do that, let's add detail, but let's just go ahead and close this off so I can actually get to the next part. And so this arm is down over the, or back behind the gun. So that's all you can really see because of the armor, because of what's in front. That's all that we're going to say you can see. Now, see how thick this is versus that. That's what I initially was talking about when I said I want to make it consistent to how the whole thing looks. You know. Let me add some armor lines here for their chest piece. But there's only so much we can see because, again, it's all being covered up. So I'm kind of good there. Here's going to be his neck. And so, again, it's a cloth. So I'm adding just some wrinkles and folds because we know that it's bendable, so to speak. Let me see if I can thicken some of this up just to match. Again, you don't have to do this. I just like to try to keep it consistent. Because it wasn't too far off. All right, awesome. Okay, so again, in my sketch, for some reason though, the pelvis is off this way just a little bit. So let me try to see if I can correct it with the belt here. Okay, so their belt has got those two pieces like this. Right, and then the big boxes. Connect it all. I'll add some detail in a second. The magical, I don't know what boxes. I've been a fan of Star Wars for a long time, and I don't know what these boxes do. Not that I should. I mean, again, it's trooper boxes, you know. But I've never known what this stuff is. And it's design. I get it. You don't have to take it apart and say, well, that's got to be something and that's got to be something. No, it doesn't have to be. It's just part of the design. I get it. But I've always been curious. It's like, well, then what is it? Like, why is it there? What does it do? And there's this Under Armour, but again, we can only see so much of it. So now, let's see. It's not too bad. At first, I thought it was over a lot, but it's not too bad. I can make this work. So I'm going to draw his crotch. We'll go ahead and hide that little piece there like that. See, that's not so bad. That still centers it. we're going to go ahead and draw his leg like this. The armor is going to up like this, and then I'm going to draw the leg. It's not too bad. And so for the knee pad, do the old clone trooper knee pad. Bring the armor in. Now, it's cloth underneath there, so I just got to connect it a few places, but I'm more concerned with the shape, right? But again, it's clone armor, so there's really not a lot of detail here. That's the one downside to clone armor. I'm going to draw some cloth bends. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of detail. And I get it. That's just the design, you know. But I like bends. I like folds. I like, you know. And so sometimes it's not much there, you know. Okay, so this one is behind this one. So I'm just going to show you. It's coming up like this. The back side is back here into the edge like that. Does that make sense? Okay. Then I'm going to draw the knee pad. That's good. Bring it in like that because it's not connected. It's separated by cloth. And then let's do the rest of the legs. Let's see, that's coming in like this. Again, there's cloth underneath there, but that's all we can see. This one we're going to bring out like this. That, again, connect it right there. That's all we can really do. Add just a little bit of extra detail. Something like that. And in the front, what was it? It's like that Y. It's not a Y. This is a Y. Something like that. Again, it's just to break up the negative space is all we're really doing. I know that doesn't look like wrinkles or folds, but I'm just trying to draw some kind of, you know, material fold, right? It's going to be all black anyway. All right, feet. That's all we got to do. Let's do some feet. So they're going to have the little circular shoe lace thing like this. Let's go ahead and draw the side view, then we'll do the front view so you see what it is I'm doing. The shoe's coming through like this. Something like that's a crooked foot. I didn't mean to do it that much. I wanted it crooked, but not that crooked. Okay, so the front of the shoe is pretty much this because we're looking at the front view. We're still on camera. Ooh, barely off. I'll scoot it down at the very end for one final picture so we can get a good shot. Sorry about that, but that's what happens. That's what happens. Let's see. There you go. So there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is WAXER from Star Wars. And we'll scooch it down real quick. Hang on.
So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.